Hi, everybody. It's me, Civilla Morgan. I'm just stopping in with this little mini-sode because I know our last episode was an interview episode. And so I wanted to just make sure everybody was aware that I am on hiatus. I've been doing it since 2019. The podcast is on hiatus for October and November. And then I'm back with a fresh new episode in December. That's been the plan since 2019. As many of you also probably know by now, this recording is happening on September 26th, and my dad passed away on September 1st. And so I guess in that aspect, the timing was I don't know, what am I saying? Anyway, the timing was interesting. Let me say that because I think I'd already done the September episode, my interview with the founder of World Childless Week, Stephanie Joy Phillips. And I think if my timing is right, he died shortly after that. And then the September episode posted, and then now I'm on hiatus. So nothing for October, November, back in December with a fresh episode, I hope. I am in total grief, disbelief. You can probably hear it, but I wanted to just, touch base with all my listeners because sometimes people don't hear everything unless they listen to the episodes, listen to the podcast. And so some people will know because if you're in the Facebook group, Childless Not by Choice with Civilla Morgan, then you saw my brief video where I informed everybody in the group that my dad had passed away. And I was supposed to be on one of those webinars for World Childless Week, and I didn't make it to that because the funeral would have been 2 or 3 days after that. And of course, I was really struggling and opted out. Hopefully it wasn't too much at the last minute. The ladies were quite, very nice, and I'm thankful for their understanding. But I did not get to make it to the festivities of World Childless Week, if we want to call it that. But I just wanted to let everybody know that I now am no longer a caregiver. Both of my parents are gone. In both instances, they were ill, but it was still a surprise when they passed. And so when my dad passed, it was a surprise because he had been ill for so long, but he was stable. And so for him to just pass away, so to me suddenly, my heart is just broken. I was just barely dealing with the loss of my mother from 4 years ago, and now my dad is gone, and so the grief is fresh again. Here it is again, and I don't know. But I do know that for those of you who pray, I appreciate your prayers. I know a lot of prayers went up for our family. The funeral service was absolutely beautiful. Everyone is still talking about it. And so we just, I have 4 siblings, it's 5 of us, and we pretty much, with those who are married, or those are the siblings who have spouses, just took part. And me being the bossy oldest child, I doled out tasks, and everyone adhered to their tasks, and it was a beautiful service. So just keep us in prayer if you pray, and just know that I'm going to use October and November, although this is going to be the busiest part of the year for me, for my job, starting October 15th, going through December 7th. It's the busiest time of the year. I am just trying to stay caught up at work because I literally took 2 weeks off, and I needed it. I was just, many of you know how grief is. I'm just barely staying caught up, and I've already talked to my supervisor about that because now we're also heading into the busiest part of the year. But I'll make it, and I will do my very best to have a fresh episode out for December. And just, if you want to reach out to me, that's fine. Just give me a couple days to respond. I usually say 24 to 48 hours, but it may be a little bit longer. I'm not spending a whole lot of time on social media right now. I'm just trying to gather myself to be ready for work, for the amount of overtime we're going to have to work, and just, all the talking I'm going to have to be doing. It's going to be interesting to grieve and work the amount of work I'm about to work. So I'm trying to get whatever days I can off now before this season starts, and just gather myself, gather my wits, because I think the title of this episode is going to be can you make bad decisions when you're grieving? And of course, I think we all know the answer is yes. That's why I've heard, and I believe it's true, that we should not make major decisions while we're grieving. And so I can clearly see how that is such a fact. But at the same time, I have to be about my dad's final wishes as well. So that ought to be interesting as I navigate that. But I just wanted to let you all know that you're in my thoughts. I didn't want to just not really say much about being on hiatus. I just wanted to remind you I am on hiatus, and if you need me, you can reach out, but there are also fabulous admins in the group, in the Childless Not by Choice group. They have been really just doing a lot in there, and I really appreciate them. They know this, and so please do reach out to them if you have any questions or concerns or suggestions. A lot of things, honestly, are kind of on hold, not just with the podcast, but, in general. Whenever something like this happens, a lot of things just get frozen or put on hold, and that's kind of what I'm dealing with as well with working on episodes. I have got to get my brain and my mind back right. You know how it is with grief. You forget, your mind is mush, and that's where I am right now in the grieving process. Just trying to take it one day at a time. And so I will be back in December. If you need to reach out, give me some time to respond. I will be taking some time away from just my regular life, and before, like I said, this season starts with all its crazy busyness. And I appreciate your prayers, and I thank you for your prayers. And I'll talk to you soon. Have a good one. Bye.